You can support In the Past Lane by buying some of our merchandise, like shirts, hoodies, mugs, and stickers. Just go to our website, inthepastlane.com. Thanks.
Whoa, hit the brakes. You've arrived at the #1 drive-by for American history. Welcome to The Pit Stop. Brought to you by In the Past Lane, the podcast about history and why it matters. Here's Edward T. O'Donnell, your host and historian at large.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Pit Stop, your Monday source for history on the go in just about 5 minutes. We offer this feature every Monday, in addition to our full feature episodes. Here's what happened in American history the week of March 18th, 2019. One quick note before we get started. I had a major technological problem, and that's why this Pit Stop episode is a little late this week. Sorry about that. Okay, let's start with birthdays. March 18th, 1837. That's the birthday of President Grover Cleveland, who was born in Caldwell, New Jersey. Grover Cleveland was a lawyer and a career politician who ascended from serving as mayor of Buffalo, New York, to the governor of New York State, and then to president of the United States in 1884. He lost re-election in 1888 to Benjamin Harrison, but then won a second term in 1892, which is why he's the only president with two numbers. He's the 22nd and the 24th president of the United States. Grover Cleveland once said, "Office holders are the agents of the people, not their masters." March 18th, 1860 is also the birthday of the great populist orator and politician from Nebraska, William Jennings Bryan, who was born in Salem, Illinois. Bryan served in Congress and ran 3 times for president as the nominee of the Democratic Party, losing all 3 times. William Jennings Bryan once said, "Never be afraid to stand with the minority when the minority is right, for the minority which is right will one day be the majority." March 19th, 1891 is the birthday of the 14th Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, Earl Warren, who was born in Los Angeles, California. Earl Warren presided over one of the most momentous periods in American legal and constitutional history, from 1953 to 1969. Some of the most notable decisions of his court were Brown v. Board of Education, Miranda v. Arizona, and Griswold v. Connecticut. Because these decisions were so controversial, Earl Warren received his share of criticism, about which he once said, "Everything I did in my life that was worthwhile, I caught hell for." March 20th, 1928, minister, writer, producer, and TV personality Fred Rogers was born in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Fred Rogers hosted the PBS TV show Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood from 1968 to 2001, some 912 episodes. His gentle, folksy, and affirming manner earned him a special place in the hearts of millions of American school children over 3 decades. His career earned him a spot in the TV Hall of Fame and a Presidential Medal of Freedom. Fred Rogers once said, "For children, play is serious learning. Play is really the work of childhood." March 24th, 1874, magician and escape artist Harry Houdini was born in Budapest, Hungary. Born Eric Weiss, he adopted the stage name Harry Houdini and earned fame on the vaudeville circuit in the early 20th century as a daring escape artist. At first, he wowed audiences by escaping from handcuffs, but over time he developed increasingly elaborate and dangerous escape challenges, including being bound in chains and submerged underwater or buried underground. Harry Houdini once said, "My chief task has been to conquer fear." Okay, what about events? March 20th, 1852, Harriet Beecher Stowe published her anti-slavery novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Stowe came from a prominent New England family and was the sister of Henry Ward Beecher, the nation's most famous preacher and abolitionist. Harriet was drawn to abolition while living in Cincinnati in the 1830s and 1840s. There, she witnessed the plight of fugitive slaves and the intense debates over slavery, experiences that ultimately inspired her to write Uncle Tom's Cabin. The novel became an instant bestseller, outselling all other books except the Bible. Its vivid depictions of the cruelties and horrors of slavery moved many Northerners to oppose slavery, or at the very least, to oppose its expansion into the Western territories. March 22, 1972, Congress passed the Equal Rights Amendment and sent it to the states for ratification. Its key line reads, "Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States, or by any state on account of sex." Within 2 years, 30 states ratified the amendment. But the movement soon stalled in the face of a conservative backlash led by Phyllis Schlafly. Interestingly, 2 more states in the past 2 years have ratified the Equal Rights Amendment, leaving it just one state short of the 38 needed for ratification. Stay tuned, people. March 23, 1775, Patrick Henry delivered a speech to the Second Virginia Convention, urging the body to approve the formation of an army to defend Virginia against the British. It is in this speech that Patrick Henry is said to have exclaimed, "Give me liberty or give me death." March 24, 1989, 30 years ago this week, the oil tanker Exxon Valdez struck a reef in Prince William Sound off of Alaska. Over the next few days, it spilled 10.8 million gallons of oil, causing one of the greatest environmental disasters in history. Okay, it's time for the last word. Let's give it to William Jennings Bryan. Here's a passage from his most famous speech, the Cross of Gold speech from 1896. There are two ideas of government. There are those who believe that, if you will only legislate to make the well-to-do prosperous, their prosperity will leak through on those below. The democratic idea, however, has been that if you legislate to make the masses prosperous, their prosperity will find its way up through every class which rests upon them. Okay, people, that's your history fix for the week. Now put it in Drive and go make your own history.